this is some tongue-in-cheek and some very serious, but I wanted to take this moment because I was afraid nobody else would. I wanted to share with you what it means to me to have each of you be a relative. I remember in my youth, Kathy and Lillie and who else was around here that
I was around.
Besides Karen and
My
brothers and sisters. And Jeanette, in my younger days, they had quite an influence on me, whether they know it or not. Knowing that
You're responsible for your own.
Okay, well, thank you in a way.
Sometimes.
But I wanted to share with you how important it is to me to have family and to have good family, people that you can rely on and people that have a good influence on you.
That's not us.
Whether Jeanette and Kathy and Lillie know it or not, they have had an influence in my life decades after we no longer were able to associate with one another. Many of you that I don't even know or haven't known, I've known about you through ancestry and genealogy and that sort of thing, and have known that that family existed, and I feel really good that I got to meet some of you that I've never been able to meet before. I also wanted to get a little mushy. I don't want to make Karen cry, but I want to take this opportunity to express my appreciation to my two brothers. Who have had, where is Steve? There he is. Who have had a tremendous influence in my life. A really good one.
Well, mutual.
I'd also like to express appreciation to Mel. He doesn't know how much of an influence he was on me in my younger years. After he and Karen got married and I was still developing as an older teenager, he had a lot of really good influence. But last, but certainly not least, where is she? Hiding. Karen. Karen had a special place in our home. Karen had a special place in our home when Frank and Steve and I were growing up. And when Mel took her away, we resented it. No. But I always knew that Mel would take care of her, and I didn't have to worry about her. But I wanted to express to you, Karen.
Thanks for babysitting us.
In large part, she's why I married the girl I married. I wanted to marry somebody like my sister. And I express my gratitude to each one of you for the influence that you've had in my life here today, as well as in many times past. I kind of overlooked Mr. Graybeard over here, Sean. We didn't have a whole lot of contact in our youth, but we had some. But anyway, that's what I wanted to express, was family is what is really the most important thing in life, and I've been very fortunate. So, all right. That's it.
Very nice. Can we go home?
Go back to our lives once we leave here.
Yeah, you can go back to your lives now, feeling like you're appreciated and you're important.
Like you said, though, it's funny because even though you don't know them, you know they're out there somewhere. That's what it makes you feel good. And that's what my whole thing about puzzles is.
When you do genealogy, you start looking back at people you never met, but you start learning about them, and you start knowing them, and they start becoming part of your family, and they start influencing you.
And that's why I go with the puzzles. You start your puzzle with borderlines, friends and family, and you start putting in pieces. Sometimes pieces don't fit, so you keep putting in the pieces. And then you finally die and you put that last piece in and you step back and you got the whole picture. You see the whole family. You know what I mean?
Watage Atakula Lula. I looked up her name on internet. When I did, that's what I found. And they're very important chiefs. That's why it goes back so far. It goes all the way back to 1400. I don't know if this is the line that does it or that line. Delaware 5 killer. Here we go, more. This Cleopatra was the sister of Pocahontas.
Oh, wow.
And then it goes back even further to,
So if I research some of these names,
oh yeah,
it would pull up this
you
information
can Google this
too.
up right now. You can write that name, put that name in there, and it'll tell you all about him and all about her family. And I Googled her because of Cleopatra, but that was her name, and I think they called her that because she was so beautiful. And then it goes up, and I think the farthest that it goes is, I think it ends pretty close to here. I don't think there's much more. Oh, there's one more. But it does, that's where it ends, at least that line. And I know,
Okay.
I've gone back on some of these and researched, not researched, but looked at them and stuff. This, this family, no, that's not the one. It's, I think it's these two. That, Joseph J. Whiteman killer. You know how they get their names, right? This guy, I think it was this man. It was either this man or it was one of this man over here. It was I think it was an uncle who had made a treaty with the white man, and the white man, of course, you know, reneged on it.
Of course.
And so, out of vindication, he began just going killing white men all over the place. It was really, you can look up any one of these people and you can find all kinds of stuff about them. They were leaders, important leaders in their it's the Wolf Clan, there's the Bird Clan, and it's just really, really, really interesting. This one here, Chief Atakulala, that's who was the father of this woman. That's why she's got this name right here. That's part of his. It's really interesting. Just to me, I mean, when I found that, I was more interested than any other, and I don't know why. I guess it's because it's romantic thing that you actually have, you know. So anyway, so that's what the line is right there. See, here's the Bird Clan, and on up here there was the Wolf Clan, and one of these people, I've got it somewhere. I need to compile it all. One of these people was raised. I think it's this guy right here. He was raised. He's Shawnee, but he was raised by the Cherokee. And I can't remember if this woman was the Shawnee that was raised or stolen or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's interesting. Cornstalk. And there's a name that you see a lot. Quatsis. There's another name of that. It's like a title. It's like a title for that. You know. So that's it.